Well, thank you again for joining us here on this online learning elective. The purpose of this session is to give you some information about all the leadership possibilities that are here in District 56. We have amazing opportunities for you to continue your leadership journey here. And we have the privilege of having who we affectionately call the godmother of Toastmasters here to share her knowledge and experience. Pamela McCowan joined Toastmasters in October 2001 at JP Morgan Chase Bank as a member of a selected group of proteges within a corporate diversity mentoring program. She has focused her learning and discovery on the leadership opportunities that Toastmasters program offers. Her journey in club support and club building began soon after becoming a Toastmaster, as she was invited to introduce a session speaker at a November district conference, and then participated in a new club launch meeting in the following January. After serving in club and district leadership roles, Pamela ran a successful campaign for the office of International Director and was elected to serve as International Director on the Toastmasters Board of Directors 2009 through 2011. She was awarded the prestigious Toastmasters Presidential Citation at the Toastmasters 2014 Annual Hall of Fame event in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, recognizing her outstanding work in building new clubs. We asked her to create and present this leadership executive development session to share her insights on the Toastmasters leadership opportunities. Please join us in welcoming past International Director, distinguished Toastmaster Pamela McCowan, to expand our understanding of the opportunities that await those who will discover and explore the leadership path. Pam, the virtual lectern is yours.
Thank you, Samantha. Just making sure I'm unmuted. You can hear me, right?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Thank you. Well, tonight I want to talk to you a little bit about Toastmasters, the opportunities in Toastmasters, and how the leadership opportunities can help you grow. But first, we want to talk about how do you fit in Toastmasters. There is a hierarchy, there is a map of service to the member is what we call it. And we've put that in the chat. If Samantha, you want to drop that in again for those who joined us after I dropped it in there. Then we're going to talk about leadership development opportunities beyond the club, and then the bigger picture of what is beyond the club and how you can have opportunities out there. What do you think when you hear executive leadership, what do you think of? Senya?
The higher echelon in any organization.
All right. Diane?
The people in charge to make the decisions.
All right. How about you, Terrence?
One that executes missions, in an officer role, and yeah.
Okay. So even at the club, we have executive leadership. These are the club officers, the president, all the way to sergeant at arms. You need to see yourselves as executives because that's what you are. And executives have teams. Do they do everything themselves? Do you see the C-suite people walking around getting stuff off the printer? And
No, they're delegating.
right, they're delegating. So delegation starts really early in Toastmasters. If you are doing it right, you should have teams within your team. Even in the executive team, you should have team members from the club because the more team members you have, the more work gets done. And the more people involved. And when you give people a job, they'll come because they'll know they'll be missed if they don't come. So think of yourself as an executive when you're working on a team. Even if you're not a club officer, you can be on the team executing, like Terrence was saying, it's execution of things. So here's the club mission. Diane, because I love your voice, will you read the club mission statement?
We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth.
Thank you, Diane. Supportive, positive, learning, empowered, greater self-confidence, personal growth. Those are the things that we expect from Toastmasters. If we are not getting that, whose fault is that? Terrence?
It's mine.
Oh, it's the members' fault. Okay. Well, so members have an onus on them to actually participate in what's going on in the club. So without participation by the member, they're missing out on something, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Some people come to Toastmasters and they think the other people are there to put the show on for them. I'm just going to show up and I'm going to learn stuff because there's people teaching me. Well, this is not a class. This is experiential learning here in Toastmasters. And the more you do yourself, the more you're going to learn about yourself, about the other people in the club, and about how to operate in a team. Samantha, will you read the district mission statement?
We build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence.
And I'm sure she wasn't even looking at the screen for that one because she has this one memorized, stamped in her brain, and imprinted in her heart because she is the club growth director and she does build new clubs. She has built more new clubs this year than have been built in recent past in our district and districts in our region. So we build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence. We want all of our clubs to achieve excellence because inside those clubs are members. And if the members aren't getting what they came for, what do? Terrence?
Well, if they're not getting what they came for, they normally leave.
Yeah, that's what happens. This is the Toastmasters International mission statement. We empower individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. Communicators and leaders. That's what we're here for, folks. Communicate, communicate. And if you are not communicating what you need and want to your members, to the officers in your clubs, then you're assuming that they just going to read your mind. No, I know I'm not a mind reader, and people really have to be very direct with me about what they want. I'm so willing to make it happen, but they really do have to tell me what they want. This is the roadmap we have in Toastmasters for how to act. We treat people with respect, with dignity, welcoming diverse perspectives. So this is kind of our diversity statement. Integrity means striving to do the right thing and being honest, respecting everyone by treating them with dignity and welcoming their perspective, serving them with providing high value, exceptional service and support, and being passionate about what we do. And then excellence is consistently striving to meet or exceed our goals. Consistency is the key to the success, right? Because if you're not consistently doing the things that you want to see done, then people don't give it much credibility, do they? It's the consistency, showing up every time, doing the right thing, being honest, treating people with respect, and providing excellent support. That's what keeps people coming back. So remember, this is your roadmap to success right here, following the core values. Speaking of following a roadmap, wow, this looks like a roadmap. If you look at the chart of service to the members that's in the chat, if you can open it up, you can see it a little bit better. But there are levels of service here in Toastmasters, and the member, you will notice, is at the top of this chart because everyone else in Toastmasters is serving the member. Everyone else in Toastmasters is serving the member because the member is the heart and foundation of the organization. The club executive committee, again, think of yourselves as executives, as club officers. You're the club executive committee, and you're executing everything from education to member support to onboarding new members. You're the HR department, you're everything here in the club with assistants. Each club officer should have 2, sometimes 3 people on their team helping them execute their duties. If that would happen, then more people in the club would be involved in the success of the club, and you wouldn't have club officers thinking, oh my goodness, I need a break after they've served in a club officer role. If you have a club that only has 8 members, of course, you're going to have to be an officer every year because you need an immediate past president, president, vice president membership, vice president of public relations, secretary, treasurer, and sergeant at arms. That's 8 people. So you'll just be rotating those roles every year. And that's why we say 20 members in a club is a better way to go. So if you have a club that has less than 20 members, you might want to have a membership drive and get more members in your club. So if for no other reason, so that you could pass the baton to someone else as a club officer. We're coming up on club officer elections now, and clubs are forming nominating committees in April for the election at the first meeting in May. So club executives are the ones that are supporting those members and putting on the programming in the clubs so that we can have quality clubs. We can make sure that our members are supported and they get what they came for, and they keep coming back and bringing people with them so that we can continue to share the benefits of Toastmasters. Next up is the area council, the area directors. Area council can also have a team. We don't generally see that happen, but if that would happen in a perfect world, then we would have an area director, an assistant area director for program quality, an assistant area director for club growth, the secretary for the area, and the club presidents, vice presidents, and vice presidents membership and education. So this is what an area council should look like, is all the clubs in the area working together to help each other reach the goals for success and support those core values of Toastmasters and have better meeting programming and help each other share best practices in their clubs. Division council is very similar. The division's directors are charged with overseeing the areas, and their council looks like an assistant division director, an assistant director club growth, and area directors of the division. So they're charged with making sure that whatever's happening in the clubs is getting up to the division level so they can discuss it and share best practices for how to support the clubs and the members in the clubs in achieving the excellence that they're there to achieve. Then you have the district council, which is made up of the district executive committee and the club presidents and vice presidents education of all the clubs. So you have the district director, the program quality director, the club growth director, the admin manager, finance manager, public relations manager, division and area directors, and then the immediate past district director. So in our district, that's about, I'm going to say 30 something people, 27 area governors or area directors, 7 division directors, and then the top 7. So that's a pretty big group of people. The district executive committee just has all of those people minus the club vice presidents and club presidents. So area, division, and district councils are all include the people in those different segments, the area, the division, and the district. And then the district executive committee is the committee that runs the district on a daily basis and oversees all of the administration of the district. Then we have the international structure where we've got region advisors that are helping districts be successful. We've got the board of directors that are steering the ship in Toastmasters and making sure that what needs to be done in Toastmasters is getting done in Toastmasters and making any changes that are necessary for the good of the order. And then we've got the world headquarters staff in Colorado that are making sure that all of the programs are being delivered as they can be, and making sure all the new clubs are getting onboarded and all the new members and all the educational achievements are getting filed and all of those things. So it's all the administration of the worldwide organization. We have Toastmasters in at least 146 countries around the globe. So you can see, going from your member perspective, if you never go beyond the club, you don't get to see 90% of Toastmasters. You're seeing about 1% of what Toastmasters is, because everything else is beyond the club. And there's a big wide world out there. Oh, the places you will go if you get outside of your club. So now that's when we talk about leadership development. So once you've been on the executive committee, or you've even been on a committee in your club, maybe you want to become a district committee member. Samantha, do you have committee members as the club growth director?
Yes, I sure do. I have 12 committee members on my team, and it is that team that's chartered all those clubs. It's a team effort.
Are you always looking for someone else to help you?
I'm always looking for help, yes, because there are many, many tasks.
Now, do you
Yes.
know every member in District 56, all 5,000?
No, I do
No.
not.
So would it be even possible for you to know who to reach out to get help?
No, I reach out to the people that I know, and then they reach out to the people that they know.
That's right.
So some of my committee chairs have committees that they chose to work with them.
Right. So if you want to be on a district committee, you can contact the club growth director. You can contact the program quality director. You can even contact the district director. District director needs some help every once in a while. You can contact your area director and say, hey, how can I help you with whatever you need to do? You can contact your division director and say, hey, how can I help you do what you need to do in the division? So don't think that you have to wait to be asked, is all I'm saying. All of these people's names are on toastmastershouston.com, about us district leaders. So if you go to toastmastershouston.com, hit the About Us tab, hit the District Leaders tab, you're going to find the contact information for all of these people that are looking for people to do things outside of the club. So you can become a district committee member just by showing up, raising your hand, contacting the people on the website. They don't know if you want to do anything unless you tell them. And they don't know what you want to do unless you tell them what you want to do. So once you've told one or two of them what you want to do, you're going to get invited to do that. And you might get invited more than you want to. But then when they start inviting you and you see somebody else that you know that might want to do it, you share that opportunity with them. Wow, what a novel concept. Sharing is caring, folks. Then you might want to be a district committee chair. So instead of being on the committee, you're running the committee. Wow, running a committee with committee members. You see how this is growing exponentially? Then you might want to be an area director. Now, Lena, have you been an area director?
Yes, I have. This is my second year.
All right, and you were area director of the year? One time when you were an area director, right?
Yes.
Do you think that means that Lena was operating under the core values of service, excellence, respect, integrity? I think so. to become the area director of the year, you had to be doing something right. But I think most of it is showing up and knowing how to ask for help. Don't you think, Lena?
That's one of the major lessons I had during my first year that I've learned to ask for help when I needed it, regardless if the task was trivial or I thought it was ridiculous. When you need help, you need help. And you need to overcome yourself. And that's wonderful.
Okay, we can't really hear you very well, Lena. But I think what she's saying is she's learned not to be afraid to ask for help as a result of being an area director. So don't ever be afraid to ask for help. It is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of sharing. You're sharing the opportunity with someone else to learn something outside of their club or outside of maybe their comfort zone. And once they've done it once, they'll want to do it again, especially if it was a successful operation. Division director is the next step, and division directors oversee the areas, and they become eligible to do higher club offices or district offices. Club growth director is where Samantha is, that oversees, we build new clubs, part of the district mission. Then the program director, program quality director, executes the we support all clubs in achieving excellence portion of the club mission, district mission. And then the district director oversees everything from top to bottom, left to right, up and down, around and through. These are the people that have been there, done that, and are really knowledgeable about what the opportunities are. So if you want to know what all of the opportunities are, district director might have some time for you to share with you what all of the opportunities are because they've been there and done them all. So no matter what level you are in this opportunities beyond the club tree, you can always go to the district director and find an answer of what's next. Now, beyond the club, intentionally developing future leaders. Do you see that as your job as in the club, Terrence? Intentionally developing future leaders? Maybe for your club? We can't hear you, Terrence.
I'm so sorry I had to step away, but I did hear my name.
Yeah. So we're talking about intentionally developing future leaders. What do you think that looks like at the club level?
Giving people opportunities to do roles. And just kind of checking, making sure that they're on their pathways. And just kind of really just touching bases with them on a regular when you see them on Fridays, or even if you don't see them that much on Fridays, just reaching out to them, just letting them know that, hey, we thinking about you, missed you, and so that kind of gets them to kind of feeling involved again.
Right.
Giving
So
them
what if a
opportunity to
person
come later.
misses 2 or 3 meetings?
If they miss 2 or 3 meetings, normally I do it now, but I know it'll be someone that I can delegate that to. But if they miss, I call just to touch bases with them. Like I had an example with a guy uh, named Oliver, and we haven't seen him. He was very involved in the first 6 meetings that we had, but come to find out, he got real busy in his business, and he's here to help if we need him. So yeah, that was good.
Right.
Just never
So
know.
I think once a person misses 3 meetings and they don't get a call from somebody, it becomes harder and harder for them to come back. So reaching out to someone, if you haven't seen them, heard from them, you might hear, I've been busy, I've been on a project, but they still appreciate the call because now they know you missed them, you are thinking about them, and you want them back. But the more time that passes that you don't reach out to those people, the easier it becomes for them to have something else to do at the time of your meeting. So the bigger picture is inside the club. It all starts inside the club. You treat people the way you would want to be treated. You give them opportunities inside the club that will help them want to move into club officer and district officer roles. If you never give them an opportunity or try to develop those skills in them, then they may find something else to do besides come to your Toastmasters club meeting. And beyond the club, just invite them. If you see something you wanted to go to, like this session, for instance, invite them to come with you. Get them outside of the club meeting to see that there's people out here in Toastmasters, and they're all really cool people that are looking to become better than they were yesterday. And we have that common goal in mind here at Toastmasters. Doesn't matter who you are, where you came from, what your job is, even what your political, religious affiliations are. We're all Toastmasters looking to be better than we were yesterday. So how do you set goals to become a future leader? Zinnia, I know you've got goals and you've been in district leadership. So how did that happen for you?
It happened when we were transitioning from the legacy path to pathways. And I didn't aspire to be an area director or get my distinguished Toastmaster, but I realized that I would have to start from scratch if I did not get it in the legacy program. So that was my inspiration.
All right, that's good. So you had a deadline
I did.
that pushed
I
you,
had the deadline, yes.
right? So you had to get it done by June 2022 or something, right?
I had it done by 2018.
2018. Okay, that's great. But you'd been in Toastmasters for more than a year, right?
Yes, I had been, yes.
Yeah.
I think I had been in Toastmasters about 4 years by the time I got my DTM.
Right. But that deadline was what really pushed you
Oh, yes,
to
yes.
the goal, right? So you set a goal, I'm going to do it by this time, and you did it, right? So
And I
setting goals helps
another
you.
member.
Right. Setting goals, having a mentor, ooh, that's a good one too. Having a mentor that helps you guide you along the way. That's great. Diane, I know that you're a person that if you're in any club, you're helping people. So inside the club, what are the things that you can do to help set goals for people to want to become a future leader in your club or outside of your club, but mostly inside for right now?
Inside, we like to offer incentives to encourage people to serve in leadership type roles on the agenda and as an officer of the club, hoping that sparks some interest in going outside the club and
Right.
reminding them about all the opportunities, being an example, I guess, or to encourage them.
Oh, be an example. There's what a leader does. Show the way. A leader knows the way, shows the way, and goes the way. So knowing the way, showing the way, and going the way, holding their hand as you go to pull them along with you or push them in front of you, then they will eventually get more comfortable being there, right? Then beyond the club, certainly as a leader in your club, in your area, in your division, you can help people set goals to become a future leader, to get their Distinguished Toastmaster Award. Like Zenio, that was her motivation, was to get her Distinguished Toastmaster Award. And it does require service. So that integrity respects service. The service part is serving as a club officer, serving as an area director, serving in district leader roles. So that and serving as a mentor to a club, serving as a coach to a club, serving as a sponsor of a new club. Those are all service-oriented things that come into play when you're wanting to meet the requirements of becoming a distinguished Toastmaster. So now to just review, we went over this map of service to the member. We talked about leadership development opportunities beyond the club, and then the bigger picture, mapping the leadership path beyond the club. For me, I had good role models. The sponsor and the mentors in my club when we chartered our club told us about the leadership ladder, told us about what are the opportunities outside the club. And I got very involved very quickly so that I could learn everything there was to know about everything there was to know. Now, I don't know everything there is to know about everything there is to know even now, but I'm constantly discovering new things. I'm curious to know and learn new things. And once I've done something, I want to bring someone else into the joy of that. A lot of times people will call me to get me to do something for them because they know I can do it. They've seen me do it. But do you think I can say yes to all 150 invitations? No, I really can't. I would like to, but I can't. And that's when I call in people like Zinnia and Samantha and Diane and the people in my circle that I know that I've seen do excellent things, but people don't know their name or their number. And they call me because they know I have at least 6 names that I could give them of somebody that can do what they want done. So, Terrence, you're now on that list of people that will get an opportunity when I get called to do something because I know you can do it.
Yes.
So just look out. Just watch out for that call, right? So that's what happens when you get into my circle of influence. You get opportunities to go do stuff, and I will pull you into that, either kicking and screaming, or or you will do it because you know that I would not set you up for failure. I will only set you up for success, and I will give you the tools to be
And
successful.
yes, and that is my whole faith in that. I have faith in that, that you wouldn't set me up for something that you know I probably would not, step up to.
I want you to shine. You know that.
I do
All right.
appreciate it as much as.
All right. So as a leader, you now have responsibility to not feel like you have to take on every invitation that you get, and that you can have your list of names, whether it's a journal that you take around with you and you take notes in meetings and you say, this person could do this very well. This person could do this very well. And then the next time you get a call for somebody to do this, oh, I know somebody that does that very well. And I can give you their name.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll
So,
do it that way.
so get your own journal and start picking people in your club that you want to promote for opportunities even within your club. It starts at the club. It all
Well,
starts at the
yes,
club.
yes, I agree.
So now we want to say thank you for being a leader. Thank you for stepping into these roles. And thank you for keeping the energy going in your sphere of influence, because you have influence. You are a leader. You are an executive. You are an executive of Toastmasters. Now I want you to think about, where will you go from here? You're about to get on this ride. You're boarding this plane. Where will you go from here? What is your leadership destination? Even as an influencer in your club without a title, what is your next leadership destination? And then just buckle up. Enjoy the journey. Say yes when someone gives you an opportunity to shine. They know you. They will not set you up for failure. And you will learn something. You are constantly discovering more about yourself, more about the people around you. And that's what keeps me in Toastmasters. I've been in Toastmasters 25 years, and it's the people that keep me coming back because I want to know more about the people. I want to know more about what they want to do, what they want from Toastmasters, and how I can help them get it. Do you want to be a distinguished Toastmaster? Do you just want to be able to speak without stuttering? Do you want to be able to speak without turning red in the face? Whatever it is, in the KW meeting the other day, there was a guy sitting next to me, and he said, "Do you ever get nervous?" And I said, "Yes, of course I do." He says, "I don't believe you." So you don't quit being nervous. It just shows less that you're nervous. You have the opportunity to manage it better. The more you do, the more you learn, and the more you're able to get that nervousness under control so that other people don't see that you're nervous. Never let them see your sweat, right? But he says, "I don't believe you that you still get nervous." I said, "Well, I do." And certain audiences can really throw me off my game. But I get through it and I smile right through it. So keep a smile on your face, never let them see you sweat, and don't be afraid of getting nervous because that's just part of your energy. Use it for energy to propel you through whatever it is that you're doing in front of an audience. And now I will relinquish control of this meeting over to our presiding officer, Samantha Traylor. Samantha, thank you for the opportunity to be here. And certainly thank you all of you on the line for being here. And we look forward to helping you go wherever it is you want to go and reach that next leadership destination. And certainly, we want you to enjoy the journey.
Thank you so much, Pam. I loved that final graphic, the Toastmaster International jet, just where we just have to get on. We just have to take the action to get on the jet, take the journey. It's amazing. The first step is just showing up and saying yes when asked. And thank you for showing up today. Thank you so much, Pam, for doing this presentation. We have the last session of this series for this Toastmaster year in May. It's on our district calendar. You can, if you like, you can register for that, or you can refer someone else to register to see it. If someone you know can benefit from this information, please do share it with them. This is an opportunity for some of the officers that say you have an assistant president, assistant dish division director. It's an opportunity for them to learn what what Toastmasters is like beyond the club, what leadership opportunities are there. A lot of times people focus just on the communication side of Toastmasters, but there is a massive leadership side, global leadership opportunities here at Toastmasters. So thank you so very much, Pam, for giving us an insight into that. Does anybody have any questions for Pam or myself before we close out the session? No. Any feedback? Was this helpful? Was this informational? Did you expect something that you didn't see? Or is there something that you saw that was like a aha, I didn't know? Because I know we have some people with past experience like Lena and Dee and Diane. So
I appreciated that it helped me see the Toastmasters values a little bit deeper and helped me connect the excellence with consistency because we always strive to be excellent. I mean, if you're going to do something, do it right or don't do it at all. And I mean, it was a great perspective, and you come. I appreciate you. Thank you. You gave me food for thought to think beyond our mottos and beyond our goals and see deeper in what this really means and how it looks like when it's applied. I felt that I was very short-sighted.
So your
Thank
mind
you,
was
Lena.
blown, right?
Yep, pretty much.
It has inspired me to reach out to some of our new members. Southeast Houston has enrolled. We've had about 7 new members this Toastmaster year, but I haven't really approached them about leadership. And it's time, because we are in the process of presenting the office leaders in the different meetings so they know what the roles are, and hopefully we can encourage them to become members. So this is another way for me to approach them, to let them understand that it's not just the meetings and communication, because as a leader, you have to communicate. And the club meetings are great places for them to practice leadership, as well as being on the club executive committee.
Awesome. Thank you, Z. One of the things that Pam, oh, Terrence, were you going to say something before Z?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was just going to say, being that this is my first year really being involved like this in Toastmaster, everything that I've seen so far is great and encouraging for me to really continue to move forward and really open up the doors for others to follow, right? That's kind of one of my challenges for me, is to um, encourage others to be in leadership roles and to look past and beyond whatever is in their way, and just look to improve themselves once and for all, and not just look for us to, like you said, just cater to them as members, but also just encourage them to involve themselves as well. So this is encouraging for everything that you're saying to me, and it gives me motivation to speak my truth when I do see my members, and just encouraging them to just join and do better.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. I am popping the link to the next session in the chat. The next session is like this, or the next session of this is going to be on May 27th. So your club should have elected a new slate of officers then. Feel free to share this with them so they can see what life is like beyond the club. With that, if there are no final comments or questions, I thank you so much for showing up. I thank you for your time, and especially thank you, Pam, for doing this series. I think it fills a very important need in the district for our leaders to understand that statement that was made, which is, if you get all you can get out of Toastmasters, you will never get out of Toastmasters. Because people are like, what do I do beyond my DTM? There's lots of stuff to do beyond your DTM, right? So thank you so much for continuing to do this session and educating us here in District 56. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Thank you so much.
We appreciate
Bye.
you. Thank you. Thank you, Pam. Thank you,
Bye,
everyone.
Lena.
Good night.
Bye,
Good night,
Sarah.
everyone.